Hi everybody, welcome to the video section of our Launchmetrics Support Center. Today we're going to be covering the most basic step, and that's how to log in to our Launchmetrics system. To start, we're going to make sure that we go to our correct URL, which hopefully has been provided to you either by your own internal manager or a Launchmetrics account manager. So today we're going to log into supportcenter.launchmetrics.com, which is going to be our example website. When we get to this page, this is where we would put in our username and password, which again, hopefully you have received already from either a manager internally or from a Launchmetrics account manager. So I'll type in my username and I'll click login. Once I have logged in, if my username has been given access to samples, then samples is the very first module that I'm faced with. To change from samples and go to some of the other modules that we have, the way that you would do that is by clicking on the hanger icon and going to either contacts or events, and that would be how we would change which module we're going to be working in. In addition to being able to log in, if we click on our username in the top right corner, you're going to see that we have a number of options at your disposal. So the first one would be the department manager. This simply gives you a view of the different departments that are on your Launchmetrics system. You don't have the ability to edit the department from this page, but if you would like your departments to be edited, please let a Launchmetrics support team member know by calling in or emailing. We have Support Center, so this is going to redirect us to the Launchmetrics Support Center articles section, so definitely a really great resource for you and your team. We also have Manage Account, so this is where you're able to edit the account information that you use to log in. So if you'd like to reset your password, change your username or email address, you're able to do that by clicking on Manage Account. We have sample field settings and contact field settings. So what this allows us to do for both samples and contacts, it gives you control of the standard fields that come with Launchmetrics as well as the custom fields. So from here, if I wanted to make a standard field such as type, for example, I can edit that. I can make type a required field by toggling this option right here. I can change the field type. So do I want type, for example, to be either a free text where no matter what whatever values I import into the system, it's going to be there. A drop-down list. So do I want each of the values for type to be a drop-down list that I can select from, or a drop-down list linked with a collection. So this would be setting up your system where some collections for your samples have specific types that other collections might not have. So you have full flexibility in how you want your fields to behave by either locking lists, making things required. If you'd like more information on that, please feel free to reach out to our support team or check out our articles on sample field settings in our samples custom fields editor. So all that I just mentioned, you'll be able to find here in our support center. Same thing goes for this custom field section. So this is where I can make custom fields. So if there are any fields that regarding samples that you don't have or you want to use right out of the box, you can go ahead and create your very own custom sample fields. And I can do that by clicking on Create Custom Field. And again, I can go through the steps of building myself a new custom field that can be used in our samples module. In addition to sample field settings, we also have contact field settings. So this would allow me to do the same things that I just outlined. So for our standard fields that come with Launchmetrics right out of the box, for contacts, you're able to make things required or locked. So for example, if I wanted to make email a required field, so anytime anyone was ever going to import a new contact into the contact system, email, for example, would be a required field. So you do have the ability to do this however you'd like, set up your system however you'd like. Same thing goes, we have our custom fields, so you can create custom contact fields that might really work well for your team that we don't already have in the system. Lastly, the printer setup section. So printer setup, this is going to allow us to set up our printing situation. I currently don't have my printer hooked up right now, so this is why we're getting this red error message, but just know this is where you would set up your printing setup. And if you have questions on that, please feel free to reach out to Launchmetrics support, and we'll be more than happy to help you get your barcode printer all configured. And lastly, log out. This is how you would log out. So thanks for watching this video on how to log in, as well as some of the different options that you have as a user, and also how to change modules. Certainly feel free to continue to watch all the videos that we do have in our Launchmetrics video section. And please let us know if you have any questions, and we hope you have a great day. Thanks.